7207. Today's topic is going to be Spanish in South America. And our goal today is we will be able to cite strong evidence and support analysis after reading a short story written at grade level. We will use at least 3 of the strongest pieces of textual evidence that help you support the analysis of the story. Our objective, we will be able to summarize the impact the Spanish have on the history and culture of South America. 4 outcomes, 4 things that I expect you to be able to do. 3 things that I expect you to be able to do by the end of this. Identify chronological order using a timeline. That's first, next, and last. Number 2, identify where Spanish conquistadors were most active in 1520s and 1530s. And 3, write about the impact the Spanish had on the history of culture in South America. Okay, everybody look at the picture. Look at the picture on page 206. And then see if you can tell me make a prediction. What's going to happen in this particular segment of our meeting? What do you think is going to happen after you look at this picture? Go ahead.
The Spanish taking over the Incas.
Okay, the Spanish taking over the Incas. Anything else? Anybody else?
Looks like they're both gonna fight.
Looks like it's going to be a fight. Okay.
Looks like they're gonna be at war.
Looks like it might be a war.
The Spanish and Portugal were attacking South America.
Okay, could be. It could be. So we're going to find out about that as we read along. So I'm going to need somebody to read the main idea. For this. Who can read the main idea for us out loud? Loud enough for everybody to hear.
The arrival of the Spanish in the 1500s shaped the history and culture of the South American continent.
Okay. Now, before we get on with our unit, I need someone to read the first vocabulary word. I think everybody knows what the vocabulary words are, but I need someone to read the first vocabulary word. The first vocabulary word is treaty, and when we're finished reading the vocabulary words, you're going to put them on your paper and put a definition for each word. The first one is treaty. The second vocabulary word in there, how do you know where the vocabulary words are in the text?
Highlighted in yellow.
They're highlighted in yellow. So we already did treaty. What's the next one? Transformed is the next word. And the last one. Convert. Okay, now I need you to go ahead and write those vocabulary words and definitions for those vocabulary words. You can get them right out of your book. Write them on the paper that was given to you. Okay, I need someone to read the definition of the first vocabulary word, treaty, for me. An agreement between 2 or more countries. The next vocabulary word. Change the continent and its people. And the last vocabulary word.
Convert. To change someone's belief.
Okay, and to change someone's beliefs. Okay, Charles. The timeline is going to go from the 1400s to 1550. There are only going to be 4 dates on your timeline. So turn your paper on the back, and here are the 4 dates that you're going to put on your timeline. The first date is 1400. Everybody put 1400 on your timeline. Remember, there are only going to be 4 dates on your timeline. The next one is going to be 1450. 1450. Followed by 1500. And the last one is going to be 1550. And remember, when we're all done, we're going to interpret our timeline. We're going to make sure that our timeline goes along with the sequence of events for the Spanish coming to South America. For the Spanish coming to South America. Okay, I need someone to volunteer reading starting at 1494. Calvin.
In 1494, the British were foreign countries for the exploration and settlement. Spain and
right there for just a minute. Can somebody tell me what should go on the timeline?
In 1494, in order to conquer over settlement and improve
Should he put all that on his timeline?
No.
What should he put on his timeline? Somebody give me an abbreviated, a short version of that. What should he put on his timeline? Anybody know? Just a short thing that he should put on there. Isaac? Stop. That's all he needs to put on there. In 1494, a treaty signed by Portugal and Spain. Can someone start reading at the treaty divided? How about Brian? Can you start reading at the treaty divided? Do you see it?
No.
Yes.
The treaty divided South America into two parts. The Spanish claimed lands west of the line and
Can someone help him? What's that word? Portugal.
Portugal claimed lands east of the line.
Stop right there for just a minute. Under 1494, what else should you put on your timeline? Something just happened. Brian just read it to us. East to west, but it also did something. What did they actually do? They divided something. What did they divide? Anybody know what they divided? They divided it into two parts. Make sure you put that on your timeline. They divided it into two parts. Excuse me? Put it on your paper. Put it on your paper. Okay, we're going to start on the next part, the Spanish conquest, and I need a volunteer for the Spanish conquest. Carlos, can you read that part?
As they had in Mexico, Spanish conquistadors
Arrived.
in South America.
It's okay to help him.